My name is Angelina Nyagang. I am a refugee from Biali, which is Kiriandongo Refugee Settlement. I am a South Sudanese by nationality, a AYP member.
My name is Kato Amos, a member of African Youth Panel from Kagari District, Western Uganda. I represent people living with disabilities.
My name is Emmanuel Chuko. I come from Obongi District and I'm a member of the African Youth Panel. First of all, I want to thank the MasterCard Foundation for the African Youth Initiative and the trainers from Reach a Hand Uganda for the opportunity.
So in this session, we are looking at self-compassion and empathy. Comparing ourselves with others is a good thing, like the reasons you've given. But sometimes it can be bad. Comparing yourself, you may find that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, which may in return stop you from achieving some of your goals.
My only appeal to you is, as the team is taking you through the different modules, like today we have the Tree of Life, let it not only be receiving from them, but also you give them in terms of what do you envision your lives being like. Together with them, we've sat together, try to come up with a manual and designs for kind of a program that we think would be impactful for you and push you through the next phase of your journeys. But then we also hope that you have the best solutions. And much of this training is informed by what you gave us, what you said you wish and aspire to do or to be. Please give back to them. You might have aspired to do X yesterday, and today something is changing, or you see a module that you feel you're more interested in. Also highlight that so that we get to have quality out of this. We benefit as a program, but then most importantly, you're out successful, both in mind, but also in things you aspire to do as a person. But really glad to be here and seeing all these faces that I've never met before.
When I came for this training, I did not understand so many things when in trying to advocate for young people, but now I know how to build an advocacy program, and I know how to be able to reach out to young people out there.
The program has strengthened my confidence as a young leader because it got me on the other way round of life. But as they provide with us resources, as a young person, I've been able to gain confidence to advocate and represent my community of Kamocha, because at least I can afford the basic that the community requires from me.
Like if you operate a business as a youth, you get so many discourages from family members and even sometimes from the friends. Problems to deal with unemployment and also hard times in camp. Since I joined AYP, I've been going through a lot of trainings concerning business and how to become a business person in future, and also how to address my community on how to become other challenges in the community. Not every challenge that you should wait for someone to depend on. You can come up with your own business and you support yourself.
So tomorrow, in our recap, everyone has an assignment to go and read about what consent is. I want you to read about safeguarding in general. What are the safeguarding issues? How do I go against someone's will or their safe space? So most of the times, we compare ourselves with others for the good and wrong reasons. Of course, okay, I'm not like this person. I thank God that I've moved from one step to another. Those are the reasons we compare with others. Some people can only be motivated after they have compared with people probably that are better than them.
My name is Among Vicky. I come from Eastern Region, Amuria District. I expect to learn new skills in communication, new skills in creating business, and I expect changes in my community as I have learned.
In this training, I expect to learn a lot of skills like communication skills, self-advocacy, and public speaking.
The voice has been heard to an extent that we've been able to do some big initiatives in the community. For example, we've done the dignified fulfilling work. We've done the access to finance. We've also started an initiative of providing Wi-Fi in the community and our organization. and the community feels our presence, and it's because of this program.
How to address the issue of trauma in my community? The most painful part of it is unemployment and also the mentality of not operating small businesses. I'm going to have my own salon like I've been operating my business. I'm going to mentor young people, most especially the teenage mothers and the young youths that are within the community loitering, at least to mentor them on what to do.
In my community, there is a need of employment and skills development. If people are not employed, there will be cheap labor.
Besides the high poor performance rates, schools in Ubongi also have a challenge of low completion rates and high rates of school dropout. In 2022, we conducted school outreach programs, and in these outreach programs, we also wanted to understand what really caused these issues in our district. We moved to 6 schools, and we were able to reach to 330 pupils. These were what we found out. From P1 to P3, we found 244 learners, 11 of whom had early childhood education. From P5 to P7, we had 86 learners. 6 only had an opportunity to access early childhood education. So we realized that the cause of the poor performance was as a result of lack of access to early childhood learning, which deprived these young people from being cognitively, behaviorally prepared at an early stage.
You as an individual, which rights do you have? As a young person, you can only do business when you're healthy. So if you find that the services in your general hospital are not okay, you as the young person or as the advocate, you have a right to speak about the bad things you're seeing in those hospitals. We said we only advocate for a number of reasons. You want to see change, you want to see better services for young people.
From today onwards, when you go back to the community, look at that problem as an opportunity. You have now identified the problem in your community. You even have a solution to it. How are you going to make people know that I'm solving this problem in my community?
If it's a business, what's the name you're giving your business? If it is a community empowerment project, what is the name of that project? Yeah, that is what we call a solution. Then, where is it located? For sometimes we want to come and see, is the building there? Is the shop there? Okay, what progress have you made?
This training has built my capacity in pitching new ideas. It has also built my capacity in advocacy and coming up with new, different entrepreneurial solutions to the different challenges.
So far, the training was good, and we have learned how to gain confidence when you're talking to the community, either young people or old people. We have also learned about creating some goals in our lives.
As a young person, I'm so grateful that I'm part of this program. I'm so grateful for the AYP team. I'm so grateful for Trust Africa. I'm so grateful for MasterCard Foundation, but also I'm grateful for YSAT, the Anchor Institution, implementing this program in Uganda. You've done well. Then great goes to Rich Hand that has come in to equip us with more skills. I'm so grateful to all the partners and participants. Our fellow panelists, working with young people across the country has been one of the greatest experiences. Now I have friends in the northern, in the central, in the western, and it's only because of this program. So I can't thank enough.